Welcome to Kimolos, a new island. There behind me is our little guest house, which is actually between the port and the Chora. And it's very, very windy today. I hope you can understand me well. And we are heading to the port to rent a scooter to explore the island. We have arrived to the port, and behind me in the port you can see the ferry which goes from Kimolos to Polonia on Milos. For all of you who haven't seen the video from Polonia, click up there. Marty visited last year without me because I was sick in that. And it's a very short connection, so you can do actually a day trip if you want to Milos. And the ferry only goes in the high season, which is only until end of August, beginning of September, and then this ferry service stops.
Many of the islands here in the Cyclades have these bookshelves where you can take a book for your holidays to read at the beach and leave it at the end. And this one in Kimolos is very well located because it's right at the port. You exit the boat, you take your book and you enjoy your holidays.
So after the coffee we drive around a little bit with the scooter, and we are now close to Rhema Beach. And the Rhema Beach is just when you go up from the port and opposite the entrance of the Castro or the Chora, you go right to Rhema Beach. And this is a picturesque little village with all these tiny fishermen houses or caves. It reminds me a little bit of Milos, of Klima. You can see the video up there. And there are little channels here where the fishermen have their boats. The water is crystal clear. You can look all the way to the ground. It's just so romantic. Really beautiful island.
And here you can also see one of the most photographed spots of Kimolos. That is the Elephant Rock, and look how much it looks like an elephant.
Break it down to a second, a millionth of a dream. Go, go, go for the limit with the power of belief. Just soak it up like a flower, like a summer field, aching to be healed. Just rain on me. You blow me into space, the power of your embrace. Lift me up the ceiling, up and away. Fly me over the rivers, over open seas. Bring me to this feeling.
We are now in the Chora of Kimolos, and this center part of the Chora is the old castle, the Castro as they call it, and it's all walled, and inside these walls you can still see the ruins. And in the evenings here there's a bar, and they even do outdoor cinema here. Must be very nice here. And you can see outside of the ruins of the castle there are the churches.
You blow me into space, the power of your embrace. Lift me up the ceiling, up and away. Fly me over
In the center of Kimolos, of the Chora, there's actually quite a big church which is called Panagia
Odigitria.
Odigitria, which you can see behind me. Unfortunately, it's not allowed to film inside, but it's for such a small island, it's quite an impressive church. And as you can see, we are wearing already our windbreaker and a pullover, and we are gonna film a little bit today or tonight in the Chora for you after we had some Greek food.
So we're having pita and gyros. It's delicious.
So we are currently again actually as a travel agent, or let's say at the ferry boat office agent, because on the next Tuesday when our boat is supposed to go, there's a strike, and Marty's just trying to get some information. And now we just heard that the boat which is supposed to take us is broken. So it's in Athens, they're trying to fix it. But luckily we have 2 more days time, so let's see what we will find out and what will come out. And there's a very little cute cat here. Hello. Meow. But she doesn't know either if the boat is going or not. So, as said before, when you travel or if you do island hopping, never take the boat very tight if you have a flight leaving from Athens, because it might end in a disaster and you might lose your flight.
I am sitting at this bar trying to forget.
So we are strolling now through the little village of Kimolos, and the Chora or the Castro has so many little squares and side streets and little, I don't want to say piazzas, but little squares, and there's so much to discover, and there's so much beautiful houses, and there's this beautiful authentic restaurant behind us, which is already in the third generation of the same family and offering traditional Greek cuisine. And I think for today we're just going to close and we continue tomorrow, because we want to show you some more of the beautiful Castro houses during the daylight. So see you tomorrow.
New day, new intention to visit the Chora. Let's go.
Sweet shine, get what you need. I'll make you feel free. Be mine tonight and feel your blue sky within.
There's a little coffee place on a little square which is called Sorrento, but actually their speciality here is the ice cream, and we had already ice cream here last night. We had mastica ice cream made from goat milk. I was thinking maybe the goat milk is very but it's actually not. It was super delicious. And mastica is a resin from a tree. The tree is only growing on Chios, and it's supposed to have very good benefits for your digestion and for your body. And today, when I was here to order the coffee inside, I spotted mineral water with mastica. So let's try how that's gonna taste. It really tastes like mastica. It's kind of like a resiny taste. It's refreshing, a little bit bitterish.
There's also an archaeological museum here in Chora of Kimolos. It's closed on Tuesdays, open every other day, and the entrance is €2. It's a very small museum. There's a few rooms, but it shows some interesting artifacts of the area.
All the trips we had, our adventures, all the waterfalls and the wild waters, hanging off the cliffs, counting all the shadows. And now we're in the
So we went to this pharmacy in Kimolos and just to look what's inside, and the guy immediately asked where we come from, and we say we live in Mexico. So he put the Mexican national anthem into the system and gave us some cookies and a cucumber. So if you need a pharmacy in Kimolos, which is not the case in Anafi, they do not have a pharmacy. So come to Nikos and get some cookies and get treated.
There's a little map here in the Chora to give you an overview. So this is actually the island of Kimolos, and you can see how close actually Milos Island is. Milos Island has also an airport, so if you don't have time on your island hopping trip, you can fly from Athens to Milos and then take a boat over to Kimolos. And the ferry That's the ferry we showed you earlier, goes from Polonia to Psati, the port of Kimolos. We are actually located here between the Chora and Psati, and here on this coast you have actually all the beaches. After the excursion of the Chora, we will go up here to Rasa Beach, which is also an organized beach with umbrellas and deck chairs. And here in front you have the island of Milos, which is a natural reserve. So during the high season you can take a boat over, do some hiking. There are many endangered species, animals, etc. And yeah, there's one site here on the island which is very beautiful, but we will not make it because we lost so many time due to the missed ferry connection. So it is this one here, which is a rock formation. Maybe Marty can come a little bit closer. It looks like a mushroom, and they say the myth is that the 12 gods, I think it's 12 gods, maybe more, maybe less, were coming together here in the evening and sitting under this rock formation, this mushroom, and eating the fruits from the tree. It can be also seen as a tree. But it's a 1 hour hike. It's up here actually, and it's a 1 hour.
It's called Sciadi.
It's called Sciadi. It's a 1 hour hike, and we will not make it this time. But you always need to leave something when you do the trips to come back to the island to see it next time. So let's go to the beach. Good morning on day number 3 in Kimolos. This is a beautiful island. We really love it and we can really recommend it as well. We are now at Aventis. This is a sugar paradise. It's like a little bakery. No, not a bakery. It's like they have delicious homemade ice cream, delicious little cakes and very good coffee. And the best thing is the location. It's directly located on the beach. So you have a beautiful view into the glittering water when you are sitting here and enjoying your sweets. And on the same beach, also a little bit to the left, there's a beautiful fish restaurant called Takymna or Tokima. And this one actually has excellent fresh fish, and we were there last night and had an amazing dinner. After another beautiful day on Kimolos Island and at the beach today, we are back in the village, and we were talking already about this movie cinema during the day. Now you can see it at night, illuminated. They're having the first preparations here for the movie night, but we are going to have some food now and then later come back here and enjoy the movie here. So thank you very much for watching this vlog from beautiful Kimolos, which we really can recommend. It's so close to Milos, such a beautiful island, so less tourists, so definitely put it on your list. Safe travels always wherever you are, and don't forget to follow us on our social media channels. Thank you, bye bye.